India's proposed changes to the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act or FCRA have sparked a political and international debate. Opposition parties say that the bill could make it easier for the government to take control of the assets of NGOs and religious organizations, while some critics in the United States have even claimed that it could allow government takeovers of churches and charities. Now, India's ambassador to the United States, Vinay Mohan Kwatra, has publicly pushed back against those claims. In a detailed thread on X, the former Foreign Secretary called them myths and argued that the bill is about greater transparency, clearer rules and better governance, not about restricting genuine charities or foreign aid. So what exactly is the controversy? What does the bill actually propose? And how has the government responded to the criticism? Hi, I'm Nupur and you're watching Control Z, your cheat code to navigating adulthood. Now let's begin with the bill itself. The Foreign Contribution Regulation Amendment Bill 2026 was introduced in the Parliament earlier this year. The FCRA is the law that regulates how NGOs, trusts, charities and other organizations receive and use money from foreign sources. Now, India has had a FCRA law since 1976. It was replaced in 2010 and amended several times after that. According to the government, the latest bill is another step in updating that framework. Now, the biggest change is the creation of a designated authority. If an organization's FCRA registration is cancelled, surrendered or not renewed, this authority would temporarily manage the foreign funded assets linked to the organization. This provision has become the center of the controversy. Critics argue that it could allow the government to take control of NGO assets and increase state oversight over civil society organizations, while some opposition leaders have also alleged that minority-run institutions and religious organizations could be disproportionately affected. The issue also attracted attention in the United States. Republican Congressman Riley Moore criticized the proposed amendments, claiming they could allow the government takeover of churches and religious charities. He warned that the legislation could actually affect India-US relations. India, meanwhile, rejected those comments. The Ministry of External Affairs said that FCRA is an internal legislative matter, adding that many democracies, including the United States, also regulate foreign funding. Now, India's ambassador to the US, Vinay Kwatra, has expanded on that defense. In a series of posts on X, he addressed what he described as 5 major myths surrounding the bill. The first claim he rejected was that India is trying to cut off foreign aid to civil society. According to him, the law does not prohibit foreign donations. Instead, it regulates how those funds are received and used. He noted that thousands of organizations continue to receive foreign contributions every year for healthcare, education, disaster relief, research and humanitarian work. The second claim concerns NGOs. Critics say the amendments will make it harder for charities to function, but Kwatra argued that the data suggests otherwise. According to him, foreign contributions to registered organizations have actually more than doubled, from around $1.2 billion in 2010-11 to approximately $2.67 billion in 2024-25. He also pointed out that India has more than 3 million NGOs, but only around 14,450 are registered under the FCRA. That means the overwhelming majority of civil society organizations are not governed by this law at all. Another concern is about assets. Will NGOs permanently lose their schools, hospitals, places of worship or charitable institutions if their registration is cancelled? Kwatra says no. He argues that under the existing law, foreign funded assets have already vested with a state authority since 2010. According to him, the 2026 bill does not introduce a new power to seize assets. Instead, it creates a designated authority to safeguard those assets and, importantly, allows them to be returned if the organization later regains its registration. He also addressed concerns raised by religious organizations. According to the Indian ambassador to the US, if a cancelled organization owns a place of worship created using foreign contributions, that property would be transferred to another FCRA registered organization of the same faith, ensuring that religious activities continue. Another allegation is that the law targets a particular religion or community. See, Kwatra rejected that too. He said that FCRA applies uniformly regardless of religion, community or ideology. According to him, organizations from every faith remain eligible to receive foreign funding, provided they comply with the law. Finally, he challenged the argument that India is an outlier. Kwatra pointed to similar foreign funding laws in several democracies. The United States has the Foreign Agents Registration Act or FARA. Australia introduced its own foreign influence transparency law in 2018. Canada adopted similar legislation in 2024, and the United Kingdom's new registration scheme came into force in 2025. So his argument is that regulating foreign financial flows is not unique to India, but an accepted feature of modern governance. The debate, however, is far from over. Supporters still say that the bill strengthens transparency and accountability, while critics argue that the expanded power could have a chilling effect on civil society and increase government control over NGOs. Now, whether those concerns are addressed will now depend on Parliament's debate and the final shape of the law. For now, the FCRA amendment remains one of the most closely watched pieces of legislation, not just in India, but internationally as well.